Hello, my name is Dr. Susanne Bartel. I'm speaking to you from Berlin here in Germany. I'm working for the Federal Association of Vocational Rehabilitation Centers, and I'm very excited to share with you some of our findings on AI technologies for people with disabilities. So imagine a pair of glasses that reads text aloud to people with visual impairments, recognizes faces for them, and identifies people. Or imagine a virtual reality system that helps people with anxiety disorders to speak in front of a group of people and helps them to manage their emotions. Or an augmented reality app for people with learning difficulties that plays videos and explains details when pointed at an item or a work situation or work setting to help them to execute tasks step by step repeatedly. So these technologies are not the future, but the present. And we in our project KI.ASSIST are currently testing and evaluating some of these technologies together with people with disabilities. The first one I told you about, the glasses, they are called Orcam My Eye 2. The second one, that is this virtual reality setup or system, is Optapep. And the third one is the app called Inclusify. So today I want to share with you 3 tools that we find in our project important and crucial for implementing AI technologies and rehabilitation settings for people with disabilities. And these 3 tools are time, procedure, and synergy. Before I go into details what I mean by these 3 tools, I would like to share 2 points with you, and let's take time for that. First, the project, and then I want to give you a definition of artificial intelligence, the way we are understanding and using it. So first of all, the project. Our research project is funded by the Federal Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs for 3 years until March next year, 2022. Our main question is whether these technologies can improve participation of people with disabilities in the labour market and in the educational settings of rehabilitation. So currently we are setting up 10 innovation spaces in rehabilitation settings and 1 company. Our research project consists of 4 main partners that are the Vocational Rehab Centers for Adults, the Vocational Rehab Centers for Young Adults, Sheltered Workshop, and as our research partner, the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence. For more information, just visit our website, www.ki-assist.de. We partly translated the website into English as well. Now the second point, what is artificial intelligence? Well, there's no universal definition of AI existing. So we in our project decided to use the working definition of the European Commission's high-level expert group on artificial intelligence as a basis. So what do they say? Artificial intelligence systems are human-developed software systems that act with respect to a complex goal at the physical or digital level by perceiving their environment through data collection, interpreting these data, whether they're structured or not, drawing conclusions or processing the information deriving from this data, and deciding on the best possible action to achieve the given goal. What else do? They learn. Means these systems are able to analyze the impact of the previous actions on the environment and adjust their behavior accordingly. That's learning. Just to give an example, AI can recognize objects and faces, text and speech, such as object recognition in public space. It can explain patterns or predictions through data analysis, such as a weather forecast in agriculture. This is like higher developed AI already. Now going to a more complex AI, can plan decisions for solutions to problems for the achievement of goals, such as inner city navigation. And now coming to the most complex AI systems, it can support through robots, means it can interact and communicate with people. Now coming back to the tools I mentioned before, time, procedure, and synergy, what does it mean in terms of our project? So what takes time? It takes time to build up and conduct a systematic monitoring of AI technologies, as there is no data bank of AI technologies for people with disability accessible or available. And it takes time to trace AI providers or projects, as not a small number of them are no longer available after the project ends. So that was our experience as well. We couldn't reach them anymore. Once you find them, we really wanted to make sure whether they contain AI technologies, means to certain whether these technologies contain AI elements. as there is no standardized system to present these technologies. It also takes time to conceptualize and conduct trainings for people with disabilities and rehab professionals, and to bring the people with disabilities, rehab professionals, as well as organizations together with AI technology takes time. And that brings me now to my second point, that is procedure. In our project, we developed a systematic process to set up these former mentioned innovation spaces. Means with each of our 10 partners, we underwent or actually are currently undergoing this process step by step. It consists, for instance, to begin with an analysis of the demand of the people with disabilities, the demand and requirements of the organizations and professionals at place in our rehab centers. And it consists as well, it's what we conducted, a row of design thinking workshops in which we match the demand at place and the demand of the people with existing technologies. And at the end of our project, we're going to present this process. I know you might be curious now to learn what it is all about. And we will not only present it to you based on our experience, but we will also adjust it according to our evaluation. An important element in our procedures to enable people with disabilities and rehab professionals to participate as much as possible in these phases. And that takes me to the third tool that I mentioned earlier, that is Synergy. Synergy is a tool to implement AI technologies. Synergy is about unifying all factors needed for a common goal, combining different needs and interests. So we experience that with enabling people with disabilities and rehabilitation professionals to participate in this process of AI implementation, it builds trust and acceptance. For instance, in our design thinking workshops and training sessions, we listened to concerns and hopes of the people. We also provide a platform for technology developers and providers to meet the stakeholders in the rehab setting to discuss usability and needs. And through different evaluation approaches, we are going to determine how the specific technologies are accepted and considered useful for educational purpose and vocational rehab settings and for better participation in working life. It was important for me to share with you today these three tools, time, procedure, and synergy, as we found them and still finding them extremely important in our project to implement AI technologies for people with disabilities in rehab settings. So the aforementioned results will be made public in the course of the project until March 2022. And please feel free, again, I just invite you, please feel free to visit our website or contact me personally. Thank you so much.